Guys, we've got an issue because there's a lot of people wanting to grow beards out. There's a lot of people growing beards out at the moment, but we're going to talk about the things they don't tell you when you want to grow your beard out. This is a list of things that you probably have never had to worry about. They are, awesome things. They are also horrendous things, or irritable things, or annoying things. You kind of get where I'm coming from here. So let's start talking about them right now. It's funny, when you start growing a beard, everyday things that you used to be able to do suddenly become a bit of a pain, new trial, tribulation, and you feel like you're constantly adjusting to life with a beard, and that's part of the fun. And one thing is eating, and well, eating and drinking, really, they sort of go together here. So when you started growing the beard, did anyone ever say, man, you're gonna struggle eating that custard donut covered in icing sugar, because you know what, it's gonna be goddamn hard. When you think about eating a burger, do you just pick up the burger and go all in, eating some pizza, stringy cheese, you take that bite, you pull it away, that cheese just drops down and gets tangled into the beard. So there are a few changes you need to make when you start growing the beard. Use the knife and fork a little bit more. You might need to cut up your food, cut the burger in half. There's so much you need to do, but that's one thing you sort of never really think about. You're used to eating food how you've always done it, but as your beard gets longer, that beard soon becomes a trap for all sorts of food and drink. Because think about milkshakes, cappuccinos. I'm a sucker for a cappuccino, and I end up having an extra mustache of milk and powdered chocolate on my mustache. But hey, who cares? Ow, there's another drink as well that just gets me every single time, and it's one of my favourite alcoholic beverages, and that's a good old pint of Guinness. Guinness, this, the thick, iron-rich, black liquid. You sort of start necking that pint, and the froth, the head of that drink just gets everywhere. But hey, it's definitely worth it. Now, one thing that I really enjoy about having a beard is sort of the brotherhood element of having one. And you might be thinking, what on earth are you talking about, mate? So having a beard, it's not just a trend, it's a culture, and I think it's a culture for this reason. There is a brotherhood associated with having a beard. There's groups all over the place. You've got bearded villains, I think you've got like bearded bad boys. I don't know too much about those. I know a lot about bearded villains. They're an awesome group. And you've got other places, like in the UK, there's a Facebook group called iBeard Club, and there's a massive community of worldwide beard growers and people who just worship the beard of sorts. And that brotherhood is a really good element of having a beard, but it also extends off of the web, off of social media. So when you're next walking down the street, you maybe have noticed this already, or if you've not been aware of it and you thought, mate, that guy was weird, he's not. He's accepting you into the brotherhood, because when you walk past another bearded guy, you might find at times you guys exchange this. It's the nod, and that means good beard, mate, good beard. I'm one of you, you're one of me, one of us, that sort of thing. And that's a cool little thing. People who grow a beard, especially if you've been growing a long beard, know how long it takes, how hard it is to keep it in good condition, and that little nod of approval really can lift your spirits, and it just sort of welcomes you into the bearded family. Obviously, your appearance is gonna drastically change, and it might mean that you need to make a few changes. It might mean that you need to sort of look after your head hair a little bit more. If you've sort of normally gone for quite a messy look on the head, but actually have quite a messy beard, you need to sharpen up one or the other, because the two aren't going to look too good. This is my favorite one. You're suddenly going to become obsessed with beard products. You're probably going to want to start finding out what ingredients go into it, why the ingredients are in there, what the benefits are of each ingredient, especially if you're into like your natural products. I never used to be into natural products until I started growing the beard out, and I started getting a bit more conscious about what I was putting on my face. You know, when you're using a shampoo that's kind of full of synthetic ingredients, you kind of don't care because it's on top of your head. But when stuff goes onto your actual face, you suddenly become a little bit more aware of things. And you might even find that you start making your own, playing around like that. Like, definitely do it. Like, it's cool. The way Beardster started was 3 years ago. I started making my own real basic beard oil when I was using like the solid coconut oil that I was melting down and adding essential oil into it, and any other oil that I had really. And I don't know how I didn't burn my face off. Like the amount of mistakes I made in the early days, like putting too much essential oil in, like peppermint, blowing my face off. But hey, just do it, have some fun. But you'll probably likely become beard product obsessed. You'll probably try out a few different brands. Definitely do it. Find out what works for you, because it does take a lot of time to make your own product. It takes a lot of research. You need to make sure you get all the dilutions and everything right, but get clued up on it. Like, that's what we're all about. And we've got a bunch of stuff on our website where you can find out a lot more about our ingredients and why we use them, and just get clued up that way. Now, the final point. No one ever tells you this, but there's a lot of beard and mustache championships around the place now. Just in the UK alone, worldwide, there's hundreds of them popping up here, there, everywhere, and that's an awesome thing. But you suddenly realise that you might have quite a good chance of getting ranked within these or even winning them, and you might start to dream that you could become the next beard or mustache champion of that event, of your country, or even the world. And I'd say go for it. So hopefully you enjoyed the things that they don't tell you when you start growing a beard. Let us know if there are any more that we've missed. There's bound to be. Like, I could probably think of more now. I just don't want this video to go on and on and on. So let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, Beardsters, goodbye.